This video is about using virtual tapes to transmit or transfer large amounts of data from your host operating system to Hercules, MVS. I was looking for a good way to do this. I haven't really seen this covered before. I thought the FTP might be a good way, but it was kind of unreliable on my computer. And another benefit of the using virtual tapes is you're not taking up space. You can process the tape on the host, and you're not taking up any of your IBM DASD space. Because as far as your program's concerned, it's a tape, but it's external to Hercules. So anyway, the first step is to get your data. I have a demo here with, here's 100,000 records. They're kind of real looking. They got first, middle, last name, some dates, address, city, state, zip. So as you can see, there are 165. The column length is 165. But I wanted to show how to. I'm going to use 1,000,000 records here, but it takes a long time to load this in, as you can see. Well, so I'm just going to take note of the first record as Johnny Gordon Fuller, and I kind of think of the million. The very first record is Fuller, like it's the data set's Fuller. Anyway, I like to use this utility over on the 3270 side. It's called DS List, and it's from utilities. Well, I'll go all the way back. So number 1, RFE, then it's 3, which is utilities, and then it's DS List, which is 4. And I just put a prefix there, and it'll show the data sets. So here's this record that I'm going to be using, customer million data. And if you can see, the first record's Miss Karma. Miss Karma. So I'm going to show the process here. So we got this text file. The first step is to use Jay Mosley's. I'll put a link to his program in the description. And on my system, which is Linux, he provides the source code and he provides an executable, and the executable works right out of the box on my system. So the way you use it from the command line, you use make tape, and your input is here's the text file with 1,000,000 records. You put your Valseer, you put your header information, Valseer, data set, and then your output file name. And by convention, I guess the AWS is like a virtual tape. The logical record length is 165, and I've got a blocking factor of 100. So I'm going to hit enter. I'll delete it just to prove it's creating it. 1,000,000, the existing one. So we're going to hit enter, and it's done. It's already done. This is this .aws is a virtual tape that Hercules will read in, and as far as MVS is concerned, it's a tape drive. So there's a couple of ways you can read it in, probably many ways, but I'm going to show the IBM utility way, which is so this is the program I use, IEBGENER. And as you can see, the data set name is customer million data. So we're going to come over here and paste that. This is the JCL I just showed. You do a device init on 00C, which is your reader. So I'm going to hit enter. And right there, it's 480. It's looking for a tape on 480. So I'm going back over here. And this creates the tape. If I paste this in, you can see it does a device, instead of device init on 00C, it does a device init on 480 with that tape file with 1,000,000 records in there, the AWS file. So I'm going to hit enter. We'll run it again. There's the JCL. It's looking for the tape. All I do is hit up arrow. There's the tape. And it's going. And it's done. So, just like that, it read a 1,000,000 records in. We can go over here. If you remember, before it was Miss Karma. If I look at this now, you can see it's Johnny Gordon Fuller, the million, the DASD, the data set that had 1,000,000 records in it. If I shift this over, you can see it's 160, 165 characters. So that was pretty efficient, I think. Now I'll show you another way. I'll demonstrate another way. This is using COBOL. This is a simple tape to disk copy. This is a key thing here is on your select statements. The in file, which is a tape, you define this way, and the out file is to disk. So anyway, I'll submit this. That's tape to disk. I'll come over here, paste that in. Okay, I got a JCL error. It's job 826, JCL error right there, job failed, 826. I'm going to come over here and look in my print queue. So there's 826 right there. And basically what it's saying is there's a duplicate name on the that exists because I didn't delete it. So over here for the JCL, the first way I showed using IEBGENER, the very first step, I use IEFBR14 to delete it, and then I create it. But I don't do that. I could have done that. I could have copied that over there the same way, and it would have deleted it. But I didn't, so I'll just delete it here through this screen. So I'll delete it. Press enter to delete. As you can see, it's gone now. So now I'll rerun it. And it's waiting for the tape. Okay, so it's running. Okay, it's done. But to get a better idea of the true speed, I'm going to rerun this. We can go over real quick. This is job 827. So there's 827. You can see it work. Return codes, 2 return codes of zeros. But like I said, I'm going to show a better way to get a better timing. Instead of mounting the tape afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and do the tape first. And you can see it says device initialized. Now I'm going to enter the COBOL program, and the tape will already be ready. Oh, same thing probably. Let me see. Yep, I got to delete it first. Mount the tape. Run the COBOL program. And you can see it started 18:49:33, ended 18:49:36. So it took 3 seconds for the COBOL program to load that file. We'll go over here and look again. And there's Johnny Fuller, the very first record. Shift over 165. So anyway, I find the virtual tape method a pretty good way to move a lot of data. It doesn't have to be a lot, but that's what I wanted, a way to move a lot of data. I had this emulated computer running MVS, and I wanted to get something that looked more real, like it would be real type data over there, and wanted to find a way. And I think the virtual tape is a good way. Oh, I know what else I can show you. If you look at this, now let's say I run the COBOL program again, or here's the JCL rather, and if you notice it says tape DASD waiting for data sets. If you have this open, it's gonna wait. So as soon as I close it, then you can see now it's looking for the tape drives. So yeah, if you ever get that it's waiting for the data set and you've got it opened over here, you got to close it first if you're looking at it, because it puts a lock on it. I guess that's about it.